I'm here at Reading at the Sportfish Show, and I bumped into a great pal of mine from the past, Simon Gawesworth. Now, Simon went to the States 10 years ago now to work with Rio, and he's back here all the way from Idaho to tell the British public about new lines, new designs, and so on.
Yeah.
Can we have a look at some of Rio's products, some of the key products, Simon, that you're here to talk about?
Yeah, the UK market is different from the US. In the UK, there's some key lines that we have on the shelf here that I can show you that are really suitable for the UK market. There's no doubt that our best-selling trout line, our general purpose line, is a line called the Rio Gold. Rio Gold is it's got a fairly long front taper, so it doesn't land with a crash. It's got a distance type of design. In other words, the whole line's design is for a bit of nymphing, a bit of midge fishing,
still water,
still waters, a little bit of river. It's our general purpose line. It's a line I would recommend if people want a line that's going to do a bit of everything.
Great. And what weights does that come in?
That one starts at a 3 and goes up to an 8 weight. It's only in floating, but there's two colours, bright and dark, depending on, some people like bright lines, they can see it, and some people are a little worried about spooky trout. So there's a more subtle colour, which is this one with a moss-coloured head. So that's our general purpose line, is the Gold.
Yeah.
We then have our distance lines, which is the Outbound. The Outbound series is just a product series that is designed for one thing: throw as far as you possibly can. It's got very thin running line, so there's not a lot of drag. There's a lot of weight at the front of the head, so it loads the rod up real easy. What's cool about a line like the Outbound is that if you fish it in really close to the bank or to the boat, the moment you start casting, there's so much weight at the front, it loads instantly.
Right.
So the rod loads means people do maybe 1 or 2 casts less to get distance, so they're fishing more.
So perfect for reservoirs.
Perfect reservoir line. So that's what we designed that for: reservoirs and distance from the shore or from the boat.
Excellent.
So that's the Outbound.
Yeah.
Another specialty type of line is our Trout LT. LT stands for light touch. It's a presentation line, so hence the name, light touch. It's got very long front tapers, weights at the back of the line, so unlike the Outbound, which is going to load up fast and quickly and get some distance, the weight's at the back of the line because you don't want to weight at the front and that lands a little too heavy.
So tiny dries?
Tiny dries, small buzzers, small nymphs, anything where you want presentation. So a great river line, great line for fishing evenings on the lakes, fishing small
a bit like your
flies.
Devon rivers in the past.
Yes, my Devon rivers in the past.
Yeah.
My wonderful rivers, yeah. So that's the LT.
Perfect.
That's available weight forwards and double tapers for the traditionalists, like me, the old school.
Bless you. Yeah.
And then we have a new series this year. New series is called the Avid. The Avid is a series we brought out for 2011. And there's floating, there's intermediates, there's sink tips, so it's a whole series of different densities, weight forwards, double tapers, and that's what we call a mid-price point line.
So for the trout angler, there's a line in there for any real purpose?
Yeah, any real purpose, that's good. That's what the Avid is, and you get the intermediate, as I say, you can get a sink tip, you can get a saltwater one if you want to go exotic. So it's just a mid-price point type of line series.
Great.
That's new this year. Nice tapers.
Yeah. Excellent.
And then for the salmon angler, probably our most versatile outfit is called an AFS. An AFS stands for Advanced Flight Spay. It's a Scandinavian style shooting head.
Yeah.
What's really interesting is in the 10 years I've been away, spay casting's developed from long double tapers to really short heads.
I suppose it has, yes.
And what's cool about the short heads is they load easy. They're not hard to cast. With a double taper you need a lot of experience and skill to cast those well. The shorter head lines are very easy to cast. They load easy. You need 35 or 40 feet of line outside, that's all, and then you can make long casts with it. With something like the AFS Kit, it comes with a different series of sinking leaders and floating leaders, so you basically have one line and you change your leaders out to fish whatever depth.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's a real bonus, isn't it?
It's one line in a box, and then you carry inside, wherever you go fishing, you just carry this little wallet.
Oh, brilliant.
Keep it in your pocket.
Brilliant.
And then you just take out, unzip the thing, take out whatever tip you need. So you don't carry lots of reels, lots of lines.
Great.
But as you work down a pool, you can just change your leader out according to depth.
Breakthrough. Yeah. Marvellous stuff.
So it's a real popular line over here. I know we sell a lot of these over here. And certainly if you're starting off salmon fishing, I wouldn't think there's a better way of kitting yourself up than something like this that's so versatile.
Fantastic. And you're demonstrating later on? I think you're demonstrating long distance casting?
I am. So the Outbound's going to be the line.
On.
That's the one
I will be
there.
I'll be making notes.
Thanks, John. Nice
Lovely
to see you
again. Take care.
Take care yourself.
Bye-bye.